Get ready for the action, because Arsenal is on the brink of the Premier League title with another 1-0 victory. This incredible run of form shows just how dominant the Gunners are, with 3 of their last 4 league matches ending in that perfect scoreline. We dive into the details of this crucial win and what it means for the title race ahead. To the final day, while also looking at the implications for Tottenham's relegation battle and Liverpool's Champions League spot. Everything you need to know is right here. Mikel Arteta is calling it the biggest ever Bournemouth fan on Tuesday, and the pressure is immense. Declan Rice says it's in their hands, but if Manchester City takes care of business, the focus shifts entirely to Arsenal's final push against Crystal Palace. Don't miss the final moments of this gripping title race. Stay tuned right now. Arsenal finds themselves on the brink of the Premier League title after securing another 1-0 victory, marking their 4th consecutive league win. This run of form is particularly notable as it represents their best run in the last 4 league matches, all of which have ended with a win, with only 1 concession in their last 6 outings. The team's defensive solidity has been a key factor, conceding only 26 goals in the league, the fewest in the competition. Their most recent concession occurred 7 games ago against Manchester City on April 19th. The clean sheet against Burnley was Arsenal's 32nd in all competitions this season. Manager Mikel Arteta praised the team's defensive commitment, stating, "The desire that every single player shows in their defensive duties, their behaviors, and the way they work for each other is phenomenal. It's a lot of work put in by all the coaches as well. And we all know the importance of that and how many results and wins we have because of that." Despite the strong results, the team's reliance on set pieces and a relative lack of bigger victories has drawn criticism and anxiety regarding their finishing. Looking ahead, City's final 2 matches could determine the goal difference. If City secures those wins, Arsenal will need to defeat Crystal Palace, with a draw being insufficient. Jamie Carragher, a former Liverpool defender, suggested City might have taken the advantage, adding, "Seeing how Arsenal played that second half, I think the nerves will really kick in if City beat Bournemouth. Crystal Palace are a better team than Burnley, even with a few players out." Gary Neville, a former Manchester United defender, lauded the team's concentration and defensive discipline, noting, "You have to admire their ability to concentrate and focus and keep to the defensive shape and principles. They keep clean sheets, and that's a rare commodity in the modern game, for a team to see out 1-0 victories like this team can. I think it's going to be enough to see them home." This 13th 1-0 win of the season highlights Arsenal's current momentum as they push for the top spot. Arsenal has reached a significant defensive milestone, securing its 500th Premier League clean sheet, following a recent 4th consecutive league victory against Burnley. This defensive consistency places the club in contention for the Premier League title. The team's remarkable defensive record is highlighted by keeping clean sheets in all 4 of their recent wins. Since their formation in 1992, Arsenal leads in the number of clean sheets recorded, with only 2 other teams surpassing this total. The tally has increased by 19 in the 2025-26 season, making it the highest in a single Premier League season since 1998-99 and 1993-94. David Raya has been instrumental in this stability, accounting for nearly 10% of the total clean sheets despite only playing for the club for 3 seasons and being a 3-time Golden Glove winner. The team has also achieved an unprecedented run of 4 Premier League games without conceding twice this season. In terms of individual goalkeeping records, David Seaman leads the list for clean sheets, closely followed by Jens Lehmann, who is now the only other keeper ahead of the current custodian, David Raya. The defensive solidity has also been matched by strong performances from the backline, with several members of the back four also featured in the clean sheet statistics. Against opponents, Newcastle United has struggled to break down the Gunners, with Arsenal recording 32 clean sheets in 62 matches against them. Looking ahead, Arsenal holds a strong record against Crystal Palace, boasting 12 clean sheets in 33 Premier League games, including 4 in the last 7 encounters, with Raya having played in 3 of those matches, offering a promising omen for the final match of the season. The Premier League is set for a dramatic conclusion tonight, with pivotal matches determining title aspirations, relegation battles, and Champions League qualification spots. The focus is squarely on the Bournemouth versus Manchester City clash at 7:30 p.m., which holds the key to Arsenal's title hopes. Arsenal has moved 5 points clear following their Monday Night Football victory over Burnley. This places immense pressure on Manchester City. A win for City at Bournemouth would force the title race into a final day showdown, or Arsenal risks being crowned champions. If Manchester City secures the win, they will then face Aston Villa on Sunday, with Arsenal needing to avoid a title-snatching victory at Crystal Palace to maintain their lead. Meanwhile, the Champions League landscape is also shifting. Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Aston Villa have all confirmed their spots. Liverpool's qualification for the Champions League hinges on the outcome of the Bournemouth match. For Liverpool, a draw would leave Bournemouth needing a victory at Nottingham Forest, while Arne Slot's side suffers a significant goal difference swing against Brentford. However, a Bournemouth win would put them just 1 point behind Liverpool, securing at least 6th place. In the relegation battle, Tottenham Hotspur has a clear path to survival. A victory against Chelsea at 8:15 p.m. could propel Spurs 5 points clear of the bottom 3 with only 1 game remaining. A draw would keep the situation precarious, requiring West Ham to secure a win against Leeds, hoping for a favorable result against Everton to overcome a significant goal difference deficit. Regarding European qualification, the fate of Aston Villa in the Europa League final on Wednesday will determine the top 6 spots for the Champions League. If Villa wins and finishes 5th, the top 6 qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea remains in a tight spot, realistically playing for 7th place, where a victory tonight could move them ahead of Brighton. In summary, tonight's fixtures, Bournemouth versus Manchester City and Chelsea versus Tottenham, are packed with high stakes, promising decisive outcomes for the Premier League title race, relegation survival, and elite European qualification. Arsenal is placing immense hope on a result from their upcoming match against Bournemouth to alleviate pressure in the Premier League title race. Mikel Arteta expressed his anticipation, stating he would be the biggest ever Bournemouth fan on Tuesday, emphasizing that a win or draw would secure Arsenal's first Premier League title since 2004. Following a narrow 1-0 victory over Burnley, Arsenal fans have been keenly focused on the outcome, believing that letting the title race reach the final day could prove too challenging, especially given Manchester City's involvement. Despite holding a 5-point lead over second-place City, the situation remains tight. City travels to Bournemouth on Tuesday for their penultimate game, knowing a victory is crucial to keep the title race alive until the final day. If City wins, they will be 2 points behind Arsenal heading into their final fixture against Aston Villa, requiring Arsenal to lose or draw at Crystal Palace to keep their title hopes alive. Arsenal star Declan Rice affirmed the team's mindset, stating, "We turned it around. We've won every game since we last lost. That's all we've tried to do, just keep winning, stay positive. We've not won it yet, there's still one to go, Sunday's going to be proper," indicating a belief in their current momentum. The primary concern for Arsenal fans now centers on City's performance at Bournemouth. If Manchester City secures the result, Despite Bournemouth's impressive 16-game unbeaten run, the pressure will immediately return to Arsenal for the final 90 minutes. Furthermore, concerns exist regarding Arsenal's ability to secure a result against Crystal Palace. Analysts suggest that recent narrow victories against West Ham and Burnley indicate potential vulnerabilities, as a single moment of brilliance from an opponent could derail their title chances. Ultimately, the outcome of City's match against Bournemouth is viewed as pivotal. A positive result there could significantly ease the anxiety for Arsenal supporters, allowing them to focus on the final match rather than the stress of closing out the season. The narrative suggests that the title race still has twists remaining, and a result from Bournemouth could provide the necessary relief for the Gunners.